Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of BTTH The Flame Emperor episode number 140 based on novel. So let's start. Boom boom boom. The blood-colored beads contain extremely powerful destructive power. Just when they confronted the Five Elements beast, they were crazily eroding the power and vitality of the Five Elements beast. Five Elements, soil. Golden tortoise shield. The Five Elements beast shouted suddenly, and then the tortoise shell around it instantly burst out with an extremely dazzling golden light. The golden light enveloped the tortoise shell of the Five Element beast, and the tortoise shell of the Five Element beast seemed to be invincible. Do you think this can stop my attack? I am now the Lord of Luoling Mountain. The power of Luoling Mountain, said the two-tailed demon fox hideously. The violent power and hideous laughter kept coming out. Bastard, this guy wants to use the power of the spirit of Luoling Mountain and the power of the entire Luoling Mountain to break through this space, so as to go to the human world. Seeing that the Five Elements beasts were constantly defending against the attack of the two-tailed demon fox, the Tianmu beast said secretly. One-eyed. The next moment, the giant beast of the sky also discovered the five-element beast that was gradually losing its match, and immediately closed its compound eyes, only revealing one of the largest eyes. That eye was dark red, as if possessing other mysterious powers, which made people look quite shocked at first glance. Five-element beast, step back and let me come. The Tianmu beast exclaimed, and then its huge body suddenly shot at the two-tailed demon fox. Strangely, since the celestial-eyed giant beast did something strange, the celestial-eyed giant beast only had one eye. It seems that this giant beast of the sky is also ready to go all out. The Five Elements beast secretly said. The celestial giant beast is famous for its countless compound eyes, and no one dares to look directly at it, because it will kill its soul, but few people know that once the compound eyes of the celestial giant beast are closed, there is only one pupil. Beasts are the most terrifying. You all have to die. At this moment, the two-tailed demon fox, with fur covered in blood, reluctantly shot at them. At this time, the two-tailed demon fox was still in a weak state. After all, it had just lost one life. Even if it was strong and had 3 lives, it was still not lightly injured. After all, it was the self-destruction of the spirit of Luoling Mountain. This eye. Nightcat opened his mouth slightly. As for the two-tailed demon fox's actions and today's scene, Nightcat has long thought of it, but he didn't expect this day to come so quickly. Since it's me who started this matter, I want to send you once. Two-tailed demon fox, you must escape from here, because the human world is really wonderful. After the Nightcat finished speaking, he directly projected it away, trying to use his body to block the blow of the giant beast Xion. Boom boom boom. A beam of death beams pierced through the sky in the eyes of the giant beast, and it suddenly met the two-tailed demon fox. The two-tailed demon fox just wanted to escape, but it was too late. Damn, do I have to lose another life here? The two-tailed demon fox said unwillingly. Although the three-tailed demon fox has 3 lives, it can't stand it. And although the spirit of Luoling Mountain has just been eliminated, but the three-tailed demon fox lost a life, its strength will also drop sharply in a short period of time. As for the toughness just now, it was just pretending to be seen by the five-element beast and the giant beast. The two guys were not fooled. Just when the two-tailed demon fox hesitated, the heavenly-eyed behemoth's powerful blow had already come to the two-tailed demon fox. However, to the surprise of the two-tailed demon fox, the fatal blow of this giant beast did not seem to hit him. What's going on? Hearing this, the two-tailed demon fox woke up suddenly. The scene in front of her shocked the two-tailed demon fox. The enchanting body of the Nightcat was instantly pierced by the death beam of the giant beast. In just a short moment, he was insightful, and then the vitality of the Nightcat was rapidly lost. Yee! The two-tailed demon fox suddenly said with a bit of trouble. Scenes of déjà vu appeared in the mind of the two-tailed demon fox. Born in Luoling Mountain, he was bullied by other dead beasts and even tried to kill him. Fortunately, he met the Nightcat, who was also young. The Nightcat did not know that for various purposes, he saved the three-tailed demon fox, and he never gave up along the way. Continue to help the three-tailed demon fox become stronger. It can be said that the three-tailed demon fox does not believe in other similar species from beginning to end, but the Nightcat is only an anomaly. When the Nightcat saved the three-tailed demon fox, the three-tailed demon fox told the Nightcat about the beauty of the human world, so the Nightcat believed it, but although the Nightcat was cunning by nature, in the final analysis, the three-tailed demon fox still had a crucial role to play. Important role? No. A heart-piercing voice suddenly sounded from the mouth of the two-tailed demon fox. How could it be? Seeing this, the heavenly-eyed giant beast also weakened. Just performing that supreme blow just now consumed a lot of power, and the power of the heavenly-eyed beast at this time was slightly exhausted. What should I do now? The five elements beast said hurriedly. Wait and see. The heavenly-eyed giant beast glanced at the five elements beast helplessly, extremely helpless. Nightcat, what's wrong with you? Didn't you promise me that you would accompany me to see the flowers and plants of mankind? How could you leave me alone like this? The two-tailed demon fox suddenly hugged Ye-Cat, but the obvious wound on Ye-Cat's body quickly lost its vitality. Demon fox, don't cry. Ever since I met you, I knew I would have such a day, sooner or later. Promise me, live well, with my expectation. Nightcat said. Nightcat, I just want you to go to the human world and live a long life. A happy life, but I have left you in the cold, I'm sorry. The two-tailed demon fox revealed the most sincere side. Needless to say, I know it all, but I can't continue to accompany you, cough cough cough. Demon fox, you must live a good life. After Ye-Cat finished speaking, the body suddenly shattered, turning into fragments and disappearing on the top of Boundless Mountain. Being hit by the powerful blow of the giant beast in the sky, it will turn into dust in a short period of time. The Nightcat can last a few more minutes, and the night is enough to see how powerful she is. Heavenly-eyed giant beast. This time, you must die. The next moment, the weak two-tailed demon fox exploded, and the terrifying anger suddenly surfaced. When the five elements beast and the heavenly-eyed giant beast heard the words, their bodies suddenly trembled. Just from the voice of the two-tailed demon fox, they both knew that this time, it would only be a dead end. Haha, the fight was quite lively, why don't you listen to my suggestion? Just as the two-tailed demon fox and the five-element beast were fighting with each other, a man surrounded by flames had a dangerous smile on his mouth. Slowly get out of the three. As the flaming man walked out, Xiao Yang suddenly felt that something was missing from his body, but Xiao Yang was not surprised by this flaming man. Finally can't stand it anymore. Xiao Yang also said with a slow smile. Syan, you have your conspiracy, so why not me? Who are you? The heavenly-eyed beast frowned and asked. For the flame figure that just appeared, the aura on his body is even stronger than that of the spirit of the fallen mountain just now. The strength of the spirit of Luoling Mountain is already at the level of the 9-star Dodi. If this guy is stronger than the spirit of Luoling Mountain, then, don't get in the way. The two-tailed demon fox was already on the verge of an outburst of anger, and immediately ignored the flame figure and stared at the behemoth with fierce eyes. Why don't you submit to me? I will take you to the human world. The flame figure said slightly. As soon as the flame figure opened his mouth, the three suddenly became quiet, and their eyes were fixed on the flame figure. This is the holy flame spirit in your body. Mu Yingying on the side was obviously a little surprised. From the moment he left Saint Flame Crystal, it was just an enemy with a trace of Saint Flame's power. Xiao Yang smiled slowly. After Mu Yingying mentioned it before, Xiao Yang paid attention to this guy and tried to force this guy out, but it was unsuccessful. After all, this guy was hiding in his body, and Xiao Yang had no choice. However, when Xiao Yang was in a turmoil, Syan actually wanted to subdue the two-tailed demon fox and the giant beast with 5 elements, and finally left Xiao Yang's body. Is this the spirit of holy flame? Seeing this, Pin Medicine, his pupils shrank tightly. The spirit of holy flame, this is something that only exists in legends. If I see it today, I am afraid that Sansheng will be lucky. What are you? Seeing this, the 5 elements beast snorted coldly before he understood the situation. Go away. He killed the person closest to me, and I must avenge her. As he said, the blood-colored bead on the palm of the hand was a lot of gloomy power. You guys, don't take me as a human being. Syan snorted coldly, and then the khaki flames gushed out, instantly entangling the 3 of them. Although the two-tailed demon fox and the 3 of them are quite powerful, this Syan is a genuine spirit of holy flame, and dealing with these guys is probably a matter of hand. Holy flame? The two-tailed demon fox suddenly became quiet with sharp eyes, and then his expression suddenly became flustered. The vague aura on the man in front of him seemed to be able to kill him with just one hand. Who the are you? Seeing this, the two-tailed demon fox couldn't help but be vigilant. It doesn't matter who I am, what matters is. Syan laughed. However, before the words were finished, the corner of the mouth suddenly expanded countless times, and directly turned into a hole in the size of 100 meters, swallowing the 3 in an instant. The power of these three guys is really delicious. After Syan swallowed it, he still didn't know what to do. No, we can't let this guy devour the five elements beast, what we are testing is still on it. Seeing this, Xiao Yang suddenly shouted. Let's go. Qin Xin and Mu Yingying heard the words, they looked at each other and said immediately. You can't swallow these three guys and spit them out for me. Xiao Yang took the lead to come to Xinyan's side, and then said sternly. What if I don't? Xinyan no longer had the same politeness as Xiao Yang before, and there was an extremely proud arrogance in the corner of her mouth. Sure enough. Xiao Yang heard the words, not suddenly surprised, and said very calmly. You already knew? Xinyan asked curiously. How did Xiao Yang know that he did it so flawlessly? Actually, you said before that your former master was Xiao Mu, my ancestor of the Xiao family, and I doubted you at that time. After adding some of your vague explorations and exposures, I can be sure. But the most important thing is the burning in my body. It stands to reason, according to some records of my practice and Fenju, after swallowing a powerful flame, Fenju will evolve. But after swallowing Huaxin Tianyang, I seem to find that although Fenju has evolved, it is far from achieving the expected effect. Maybe you did something wrong, Xiao Yang said to Xinyan without rushing. Okay, since you're going to die, I'll tell you mercifully. The holy flame has been the most powerful holy item of fire between heaven and earth since ancient times. There is no such thing. It's just that the fire heart Tianyang in your body has been manipulated by me, so you can't exert its true power at this time. Otherwise, the power of the holy flame is so powerful that even if you are only in the late stage of the 6-star Do Emperor, relying on the power of the holy flame alone will not have the slightest problem against the 7-star Do Emperor. Xinyan said. I'm a little curious, why didn't you directly take my body in the first place, instead you wanted to get it now? Xiao Yang asked rhetorically. This question has been plaguing Xiao Yang. If this Xinyan has a wicked heart, why should he do it now? It is clearly possible to start when it devours the holy flame, that is the best time. No, at that time, the previous Master Yang was still there. With him there, let alone doing it, as long as I show any displeasure, I'm afraid I will end up turning into a holy flame. Xinyan said nothing. I don't think so. After all, in this space, with the passage of time, the three beasts of the five elements and the giant beasts of the sky will only become part of their own power. Because I and Sacred Flame are one body, only when my power recovers can I convert Sacred Flame into my own power. At that time, I will be Sacred Flame, and Sacred Flame will even be me. Xinyan said hotly in his eyes. I think what you think is too simple. Xiao Yang said with a smile. Xinyan didn't understand what Xiao Yang was laughing at first, but the next moment she understood. Boom boom boom. A terrifying explosion sounded, and immediately a space in front of Xinyan and Xiao Yang squirmed up. Two familiar figures emerged from it. Taking a closer look, these two are the five-element beast and the two-tailed demon fox that were just swallowed by Xinyan, but they lacked the giant beasts of the sky. How is it possible? Xinyan asked, slightly puzzled. But if you look closely, you will definitely find that there is only one tail behind the two-tailed demon fox. And the huge tortoise shell of the five-element beast is also in a state of embarrassment. At first glance, these two escaped only after using the effort to press the bottom of the box. As for the giant beast, I am afraid it will not be able to escape the death of being swallowed. This two-tailed demon fox actually lost a life abruptly. Xinyan, come back, I need the real holy flame. So, let's use your death to restore Huaxin Tianyang, Xiao Yang said with a faint look in his eyes. It's really a miscalculation, these two guys. Xinyan shook her head. As for the two-tailed demon fox and the five-element beast, if they were swallowed, there would be a lot of benefits for their own power recovery. In that case, let's fight. If you lose, I will take over everything for you. Xinyan said without hesitation. Come on. Xiao Yang heard the words, and his heart also flashed with a fiery look. At this time, whether it was a five-element beast or a demon fox, they were all extremely weak. The flame figure just devoured the three of them directly, and the huge flame power in its body continued to erode several of them. If it wasn't for the five-elements beast and the two-tailed demon fox respectively using the trump card at the bottom of the box, I'm afraid they would have been left there forever. After all, the flame figure's body will probably be devoured by it after staying for some time. This Xiao Yang has a lot of secrets. The flames on my body are just a sliver of the power of the holy flame. I didn't expect that Xiao Yang not only has the holy flame, but also the existence of the holy flame, but looking at this appearance, it seems that Xiao Yang and this holy flame spirit exist. Are hostile. It is said that the spirit of Holy Flame is born from Holy Flame. Once the spirit of Holy Flame and Holy Flame are fused, that is the real Holy Flame. Qinshin shook her head slightly, puzzled by this scene. What should come will come sooner or later. If this time is successful, I am afraid that Xiao Yang's fire control power can be improved to a higher level. Xiao Yang's tone seemed to be very important to him. When the Five Elements Beast and the Demon Fox saw this, they laughed bitterly. At this moment, the Demon Fox's crazy thoughts had already been suppressed. The fall of the night cat made a Demon Fox feel deeply. Boom boom boom. Syan and Xiao Yang looked at each other for a few minutes, and then the two figures suddenly burst out. Bang bang bang. Hands, feet, the two used their most tyrannical attack methods. However, what makes Syan puzzled is that his current strength is already at the level of the 9-star Do Emperor. Even if the power of the Holy Flame, the source of Fire Heart Tianyang, exists in Xiao Yang's body, it is impossible for Xiao Yang to be a late-stage 6-star Do Emperor. The strong have the power to fight against themselves. What a joke. If the ranks among Do Emperors could be ignored like this, I am afraid there would not be so many people who would continue to cultivate. Syan, I have to say that your strength is extremely tyrannical, and the strength of the Holy Flame Spirit has reached the level of the 9-star Do Emperor, but you have forgotten one most fundamental thing. Your existence is due to the Holy Flame, and the power of the Holy Flame has been swallowed by my refining. Although it can't be called all of it, most of the power of the Holy Flame is in my body. The strong star Do Emperor is not a big threat to me, who has the Holy Flame. Xiao Yang stopped the attack in his hand and smiled. Hehe, I really underestimate you. I should have thought, how can it be easy for a guy with Fenju? But it doesn't matter anymore. Next, let you know the horror of the Holy Flame Spirit. Swallowing Spirit. After Syan finished speaking, the khaki yellow holy flames suddenly increased, instantly turning into countless suctions and jetting out in all direction. Not good. Seeing this, Xiao Yang said in a deep voice. Late. Swallow it for me. Syan had long expected that Xiao Yang would stop him. After all, no matter what he did was to devour the dead beast in the fallen mountain and turn it into his own power, no matter if it was from the burning incense pavilion. It was Xiao Yang's own consideration, and Xiao Yang would not stand idly by. This guy's strength is getting stronger and stronger. Seeing that there was no hope of struggling, Xiao Yang had to give up killing Syan temporarily, and then tried his best to mobilize the power of Emperor Yang in his body. As Xiao Yang mobilized the power of Emperor Yang in his body, a handsome man outside the Fenxiang pavilion took action. This man is clearly the original fire elf Xiao Yi. Xiao Yi did not participate in the team competition, but kept lurking in Wu's Huju. But when Xiao Yang sent the news, Xiao Yi opened her eyes first and murmured, I already knew that the Holy Flame Spirit is not a good thing, since dare to touch my big brother, then this time, let you taste what real fear is. After Xiao Yi finished speaking, a throbbing flame suddenly appeared on the tip of her slender fingers, and immediately burned in the room. As the flames burned, the space in the house was slightly distorted, and Xiao Yi immediately got up and walked towards the place where Xiao Yang was. Strange, what's going on? That wave just now, the spirit of Luoling Mountain? At the entrance of the three major mountain ranges in Luoling Mountain, Xiong Yuan squinted his eyes, trying to use his perception to find out what was going on, and opened his mouth slightly. The spirit of Luoling Mountain was on the verge of death when he was rescued by the pavilion master and went to retreat. How could it be? Mu Shuzi on the side was quite puzzled. It seems that Mu Shuzi felt something. There seems to be something big happening in Luoling Mountain. Xiong Yuan and Mu Shuzi both looked at each other and said immediately. As soon as the voices of the two fell, on the top of Wuliang Mountain, the shocking battle was still going on. As more and more dead beasts madly poured into Sinyan's body, the power of Syan also collided more and more. Strange, why are the dead beasts here heading towards the boundless mountain like crazy? Said an extremely powerful man in the team. This man is impressively the strongest in the Hall of Earth, Zhu Yuan, a genuine half-step 7-star fighting emperor. In fact, these guys from the local team participated in the competition this time, not for the reward of the competition, but for the experience, but also because of the 5 elements beasts and the celestial giant beasts in Luoling Mountain. After all, if these two are defeated, the precious things on both of them are treasures for the 7-star Do Emperor. Even if they are put up for auction, they will definitely be astronomical, but no one will put them up for auction. It should be the same with the others. Just at the top of Boundless Mountain, some other power broke out. I hope there will be no problem. Zhu Yuan heard the words and walked towards Boundless Mountain. In the team this time, there is Qinshin. Qinshin is the disciple of Qing Lao. If there is any loss, I am afraid that I will not be able to eat and walk. Not only Zhu Yuan, but other teams scattered in the Five Elements mountain range and the Qianmu mountain range also noticed something strange, and immediately headed towards the Boundless Mountain. That guy is getting stronger and stronger. Mu Yingying said in a deep voice, a hint of hesitation flashed in her eyes. Although the power of the Holy Flame Spirit of the Heart Rock is not fatal to those who emerge from the Holy Flame, it still makes Mu Yingying a little worried. What is Xiao Yang doing? Let this guy absorb so much power. If it goes on like this, I'm afraid. A hint of doubt flashed across Qin Shin's pretty face. This flame figure's approach is actually the same as yours, but this guy is more violent. He doesn't use any means, just devours the dead beast, probably relying on his own powerful strength. Five Elements Beast said. Alas! With the loss of 2 lives in a row, and the loss of his beloved night cat, the one-tailed demon fox was no longer too crazy about those things. I've made so many mistakes, this time, I hope I can make up for it. After the demon fox finished speaking, a strange look flashed in his eyes, and then he stared at Syan closely. As for Xiao Yang, he just sat cross-legged slowly, where he sat cross-legged, as if the eternity was uncertain. Let's begin, there will inevitably be a battle between you and me. After a few minutes, Xiao Yang got up slightly, and then said to Syan, I knew that there would be such a day, I should have eaten you back when you devoured the source of holy flame. Syan continued to absorb the power of countless dead beasts, and said with a smile, in that case, you will die miserably. Xiao Yang said calmly. Indeed, when they were in the desert mountain range, there were immortal Master Yang and Crazy Wood. Even if the holy flame spirit was strong, it would be difficult for them to bear any waves in front of them. Actually, I'm still a little curious. You do have the smell of the blood of the Xiao family, but you have nothing to do with the power of the blood, otherwise, I would not be your opponent. And you will have Fenju on you, which is very strange to me. Fenju is a calamity to kill. Syan said slowly, as if he was winning. The power of blood. Xiao Yang heard the words, and there was a hint of doubt in his eyes. What Syan said was not false, he had a lot of blood in his body before, but fortunately in the sky, he was exchanged for blood by his ancestor Xiao Shen and thus possessed Xiao the blood of the clan. Let's fight. Seeing this, Syan didn't hesitate, and the deceased beast stopped. After all, it was enough to deal with Xiao Yang at this time. Holy flame space. Xiao Yang's eyes suddenly showed a look of determination, and then a strange power emerged directly from his body. As Xiao Yang's voice just fell, Xiao Yang and Syan's bodies turned into a strange force at the same time, and instantly disappeared in place. Where's Xiao Yang? Qin Shin couldn't help but be surprised when she saw this. It should be entering a special space. Mu Yingying said with great interest. After all, Mu Yingying also has holy flame, and she knows more about holy flame space. Let's deal with the 5 elements first. Mu Yingying laughed when she saw this. You can take the things, I don't need these things. Qin Shin pretended to be eloquent. Okay. Mu Yingying didn't delay, although she didn't need these things, but Xiao Yang needed them more or less, so he immediately started. Boom boom boom. One-tailed demon fox, what are you doing? Seeing this, the weak 5-element beast hurriedly shouted. Let's go, let's go. At this moment, the demon fox's eyes were quite empty, and he murmured unintentionally. Bang bang bang. The next moment, the huge body of a demon fox and the blood-colored beads shattered instantly, turning into bursts of stars and dissipating in Luoling Mountain. Boom boom boom. With the complete fall of a demon fox, the mysterious restriction in Luoling Mountain also slowly touched. What? What? The other disciples who were heading towards Wuliang Mountain first felt an extremely strong feeling of exclusion, and all of them were immediately pushed out. What's the situation? Xiong Yuan and Mu Shuzi, who were guarding the entrance to the 3 major mountain ranges, felt some strange fluctuations and looked at each other immediately. Master Xiong. Zhu Yuan was still rushing towards Wuliang Mountain, but he only felt a dizziness in his mind, and then he appeared directly at the entrance of the 3 major mountain ranges. As if some terrifying force directly pushed them out. Zhu Yuan had just appeared, and he saw Xiong Yuan at first sight, followed by Mufeng Greenflute, including several members of their team, but Qin Shin and Xiao Yang, Mu Yingying 3 people. You stay here and don't move. Mu Shuzi, go. Seeing this, Xiong Yuan hurriedly realized that something was wrong, and he couldn't care about too much, so he shot directly at the entrance of the 3 major mountain ranges. Even in the face of extremely terrifying oppressive power, Xiong Yuan and Mu Shuzi could only bite the bullet. After all, Xiao Yang, Mu Yingying and Qin Shin were of too great value to Fenxiang Pavilion. Where are Xiao Yang and Mu Yingying? Seeing the eager expressions of the two deputy hall masters, Mu Feng immediately asked in doubt. I don't know, but it should still be among the three major mountain ranges. Green Flute hesitated and said slightly, he's a man with a lot of luck. Mu Feng smiled when he heard the words, and then looked around. Those guys should be the local team. 1, 2, 3, 4, why is there one person missing? Green Dip's sharp eyes instantly realized something was wrong. It seems that some people in the ground team also entered the Boundless Mountain. Mu Feng said slightly. After speaking, the eyes of the ground team and Mu Feng directly met. Are these guys the ones from the human palace? It is said that there is also a rumored guy whose name seems to be Xiao Yang. Zhong Wumeng said with a smile, and then stared at Wang Chen among the four. When Wang Chen heard the words, his brows instantly wrinkled. He was quite critical of Zhong Wumeng's ridicule, but he didn't open his mouth because of his face. Wang Chen, what is the strength of that Xiao Yang? Fourth senior brother Xingyu asked slightly. As for Xiao Yang, even the four extremely tyrannical people in their temple have heard of it. Legend has it that he defeated many teams by himself, killed the twin ghost emperors, won the first place in the points competition, and joined the Hall of People. Very strong. Wang Chen glanced at Xingyu and couldn't help saying. As for Xiao Yang, Wang Chen is very clear that Xiao Yang didn't use all his strength at the beginning, he was defeating himself. If he used all his strength, I'm afraid. Forget it, let's go first. Zhu Yuan heard the words and glanced at the three major mountain ranges behind, and seemed to find something in his eyes. Why did you leave? Wang Chen glanced at Zhu Yuan, puzzled. Let's go, this place should be collapsing. Zhong Wumeng said, and then went directly to the exit of Luoling Mountain. As for the three of Mu Feng, they stayed where they were. Let's go too, the space here is extremely unstable, and I'm afraid it is extremely dangerous. After Mu Feng finished speaking, he took the three to leave at that time, only Mu Feng was left in the Luoling Mountain. Yingying, Qinshin and Xiao Yang. In addition to Xinyan and the weak 5 elements beast, as well as Xiong Yuan and Mu Shuzi. It seems that you have a better understanding of the Holy Flame. In the Holy Flame space, Xinyan was surrounded by the power of the Khaki Holy Flame. In addition to the power of the dead beasts that he had just absorbed, his heart at this time was the rock is extremely eerie. It's still thanks to you. Xiao Yang said with a slight smile. Although this is the sacred flame space, it will more or less suppress the heart rock. After all, the core rock has already swallowed the power of the dead beast, and it is no longer a pure holy flame spirit. Come out. Xiao Yang said softly, and suddenly in the sea of fighting qi, an extremely gorgeous crystal suddenly appeared in the holy flame space. As this holy flame crystal just appeared in the holy flame space, the air in the holy flame space suddenly seemed to solidify. Sheng Yang Jing. Seeing this, Xinyan's eyes were quite fiery. This holy flame crystal is loaded with the power of the holy flame source. If you want to completely absorb the holy flame, this holy flame crystal is essential. Give it to me. Xinyan shouted loudly, and the huge force suddenly attacked Xiao Yang, trying to directly the holy flame crystal back. The spirit of holy flame, it's time to end. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, a strange smile flickered in the corner of his mouth, staring at Xinyan. Xinyan only felt that she seemed to have fallen into some kind of trap, as if she had no idea. What the are you doing? Seeing this, Xinyan felt a sense of unease. When Xinyan saw that her attack was easily blocked by Xiao Yang, she was immediately surprised. This Xiao Yang's strength is only in the late stage of the 6-star Do Emperor. How could he possibly take on an attack that was as powerful as the 9-star Do Emperor? This is impossible. The power of Holy Flame. Xiao Yang said softly, and then, in the Holy Flame crystal in his hand, clumps of thick khaki yellow liquid suddenly emerged, and then all of them attached to Xiao Yang. Don't think that you can beat me with the power of Holy Flame, it's a fool's dream. Xinyan snorted coldly. Although the power of Holy Flame had a lot of suppression on him, if Xiao Yang wanted to rely on the strength of the late 6-star Do Emperor to defeat him, I'm afraid it's not enough. I don't know enough. Xiao Yang held the ancient ruler of eternal fire in one hand. The dazzling Emperor Yang combined with the power of holy flames directly converged on the tip of the ruler, and bursts of cold light approached Xinyan. The other hand directly held the holy flame crystal, and the dazzling holy flame power continued to overflow from it, making Xinyan's eyes quite red. Immortal body. The next moment, Xiao Yang saw that the power in his body had reached saturation, and suddenly shouted. Just as Xiao Yang's shouts had just ended, a body of a Do Emperor with a size of 100 feet suddenly appeared. The appearance of the immortal body made Xiao Yang look like a of war. Does the body of a fighting emperor? Some people still use this thing, but this thing has been forgotten for many years. Seeing this, Syan couldn't help but be surprised. However, he felt an invisible pressure on Xiao Yang's golden body of Dodi. Obviously, this immortal body is not ordinary. If that's the case, it's barely a bit like that. Syan said slightly. 3 mysterious transformations of heavenly fire. Emperor's change. The heart has changed. Xiao Zaidu shouted. Just after the shouting ended, Xiao Yang's strength, surrounded by his golden immortal body, suddenly skyrocketed. Middle stage of the 7-star Dodi? It doesn't matter anymore. Syan was not surprised when she saw this. With the strength of his own 9-star Do Emperor, he possesses his own self-confidence. If even Xiao Yang's district 7-star Do Emperor can't handle it, let alone conquer Shenyang. Clan marks. Get up. There was a strange look in Xiao Yang's pupils, and then a mysterious clan pattern suddenly appeared on his forehead. The rune is purple-red. With the activation of the clan pattern, Xiao Yang can feel that a strange force is rapidly being born in his body. Extremely obvious enhancement. Is this all your means? Then I have to say, today is the time when you fell. Syan smiled slowly, her voice contained a hint of arrogance. Obviously, even if Xiao Yang used all his means, he still couldn't make Syan fear. Come on. Xiao Yang was already fully armed and used all the means he could only use to strengthen himself, but there was still a lot of gap between him and Syan. No way, who made this guy the spirit of holy flame? Syan put away her contempt and stared at Xiao Yang vigilantly. Although Xiao Yang used many means at this time, his strength was only at the mid-level of the 7-star Do Emperor, but Syan would not remember any chance to turn defeat into victory. Guru. A Syan immediately transformed and absorbed the power of the devoured dead beasts, and in a short period of time, the strength skyrocketed. Damn. This guy's strength, I am afraid, has reached the realm of 9-star Do Emperor 9 ranks. Moreover, it's not too low in rank 9. Xiao Yang said with vigilant eyes. Go to hell. At the next moment, Syan didn't hesitate, her figure exploded and shot directly at Xiao Yang. The flames all over his body instantly turned into a sharp sword, showing its sharp edge. Immortal body. Protect me. Xiao Yang snorted coldly. The dazzling power of holy flame and emperor flame poured directly into the golden immortal body. Immediately, the immortal body absorbed so much distance, and when it collided with a size of nearly 500 feet in a short moment. Boom boom boom. Syan's dazzling power of life and death directly attacked Xiao Yang's immortal body. The terrifying attack of Syan kept hitting the immortal body. Xiao Yang could feel that his immortal body was weakening at a rapid speed. This heart rock guy. This guy actually found a flaw when he used his immortal body before him. Although your immortal body is tyrannical, you still can't exert his power at this time, so go to with remorse. After Syan finished speaking, her face suddenly turned hideous. Rock-breaking heaven burial. Syan shouted suddenly. With Syan shouting like this, suddenly, a lot of rubble suddenly appeared in this boundless holy flame space. I don't know where these rubble came from, but without exception, they all carry extremely tyrannical power. This heart rock. Xiao Yang's heart was slightly startled, as if he felt a familiar force was rapidly approaching here. The shattered heavenly burial is the source of the holy flame of the fire heart heavenly rock. It is a great trump card that uses the hottest flame power and earth attribute power mixed with the power of holy flame to compress the power of flame into the rubble, and condense it out. Boom boom boom. In the sacred flame space, the volume of the broken rock burial brewed by Syan became larger and larger, and the death contained in it became more and more terrifying. The rock fragment sky burial, the bigger the size, the greater the lethality. With such a size, I am afraid that it will have the power to fight against the 9-star Do Emperor. Xiao Yang showed a helpless smile in his eyes. Even if he is now in control of the holy flame, the immortal body is added to the body, the 3 mysterious transformations of the sky fire plus the clan pattern, and the means of pressing the bottom of the box are exhausted, it is still quite difficult to deal with Syan. After all, Xiao Yang's current strength is at best the level of the middle stage of the 7-star Do Emperor. If he were to deal with the 8-star Do Emperor, he would barely have the power to protect himself. Boy, although your Xiao family is extremely arrogant in the entire Dodi continent, but you are arrogant and bad luck encounter me. In this case, the new hatred and the old hatred are counted together. Let's die. On Syan's palm dragged a terrifying stone flame composed of many broken stones group. The power radiated from it. I am afraid it would be easy to kill a mere 7-star Do Emperor. Seeing this, Xiao Yang's mind was condensed, the battle chi and soul realm in his body were spinning violently, and even the spirit realm in his body emitted a high-speed vortex, activating the core inscription of Shendong's life. Xiao Yang's eyes shrank, although he felt a wave of death from it, but Xiao Yang was not a generation to sit still and activate his strongest state in a short period of time. It's still too reluctant. Xiao Yang smiled bitterly. Immediately, the dazzling emperor flames, holy flames, spiritual power all over his body rushed towards Syan. This ridiculous joke is over. Seeing this, Syan shook her head involuntarily, laughed lightly, and then slapped Xiao Yang with her palm. At that time, a coercion from heaven and earth suddenly descended, suppressing Xiao Yang's breath. The next moment, Xiao Yang's attack collided with Syan's attack, but Xiao Yang's attack was like an egg hitting a stone, and he couldn't help but feel weak. Just when Xiao Yang was about to use some means of pressing the bottom of the box, a man surrounded by flames suddenly appeared in the holy flame space. The flaming man smiled at Xiao Yang, then he took a firm footing with both feet, charged up, and blasted away at the rock-shattering burial stone group with a punch. This video will end here.